All right. I am back up. I am live. I am hoping that it is streaming across the platforms. I'm going to wait a second, let people hopefully come in. In fact, I think I might even just throw another little song on here or something. Let me see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Let me see. Let me go. Actually, I'm going to go on. Make sure that it looks like it's here. Let's do the pets. Hey. Okay, I have a couple of people saying it's back up. A couple of saying it's you're good. I hope we're back on Facebook. Yay. I'm so sorry that something happened, you guys. I don't know what happened. I apologize, but it looks like now let me hope I have Johnny. Now that's the next step, is Johnny still here. Thank you guys for coming back and for bearing with me. I don't want to do anything but give him the best possible show that I can. So thank you all. I appreciate it. I hope that we can gain some of those people some of the viewers that were watching earlier and kind of got disconnected from Facebook. I hope we can gain you guys back. But in the meantime, let's head back over to Johnny and we'll see that this is still working. So here he is. There he is. Oh my gosh. And he's moving. Oh, what's this? Hold on. Let me open that. Let me go a little bigger on that there. What do you got there? Oh, yeah. Look at that shot.
It's a wood etching. So a fan gift.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's a wood etching?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Wow. That's kind of pretty sweet fan art, huh?
Yeah, that's nice.
Awesome.
I like that stuff.
So let me see. So it's looking good on Facebook. I never knew before that Twitch stream is slightly ahead of Facebook. Well, yeah. They all kind of just go a little bit on their own. And I go to all three platforms just because I figure, like, let's, whatever's you're all most comfortable with, I want to be there. So I'm glad it's working. Thank you all for coming back. I'm sorry that Facebook did its thing, but it happens on any platform at any time, at any moment. And I did give Johnny plenty of fair warning before we went live that you just never know what technology may bring.
You cursed us, damn you.
Right. Sometimes my yes button works. Yes! I wonder if it worked that time. Awesome. All right, Johnny. So we just got into, let's see, which song did we just do? We just did Hellbound from your first tour in '93 with Doro.
That's what it was.
Hellbound.
The satanic music did it.
Satan and Facebook do not like each other. That's great. Well, that was a cool tune. I don't know if they actually saw it on Facebook, but I do know that my yes button worked. So that's important.
That's good.
That's important to me. I want, and my air horn too. Wow, you did it actually pretty good there. That's pretty right on. For the record, if you guys don't know, if you're a guest on my show, it's probably like the worst experience on the planet. I mean, except for maybe like a fork in the eye. But other than that, it's pretty much like not really exciting to be on a guest on the show. Why? Because you're in a Facebook call with me and that's it. You don't get to see any of the graphics. You don't get the air horn. You don't get none of that stuff. You just sit there and you got to deal with this face for the show, for the duration of the show. Right? I apologize in advance, Johnny. Awesome. Okay, I'm excited to talk about this next song. Oh, Andrea wants to know. We have a 6-hour time zone difference between each other. That's why I came early on the show tonight at 5 to allow for a little bit of time difference. The difference is 6 hours. So right now over there, it is almost 1 a.m. Is that right?
Yeah.
Correct. He's a trooper. Well, good. Yes. So almost 1 a.m. over there. But that's all right. It's almost actually my normal show time right now here, 7.
Hope nobody shows up late and they're going to be like, what the hell happened?
Right. Okay, so I am super duper excited to, first of all, hit my air horn one more time. but I'm really excited to play this next song because this is a video that I was using in the promo for the show this week with you. And so some people kind of got a little taste of it. But I remember watching this video for the first time when I first saw it. I'm like, yeah, who are these guys? Yeah, let me check it out. That's a cool video. What? What? Who the? Where? How? You know, because it's massive. Like you said, there's 90,000 people at this show.
Yeah.
90,000. That's like I think I grew up in a town smaller than that.
Yeah, right.
You know. So and it's a cool tune. Let's see. Hold on. Yikes! Sorry, Johnny Dee. Thanks for doing this. Yeah, the time she's talking about.
Yeah.
Right. I know. I couldn't.
That's okay.
He's a good man. Yeah. Okay. So this one's called "Raise Your Fist in the Air." So these guys might have seen a little taste of it, but I'm really excited to share this. And I have to ask you, when you joined the band, did they make you sign like something that said you do not have a fear of heights, or you must be okay with going 80 feet in the air playing drums?
No. That was my idea, actually, so I got nobody but myself to blame for that one.
I love it. It's great, man. So tell me about your first time. I was having a conversation with Barb about this, and I said, you know, there's a whole, like, I don't know if you can remember your first time walking into an arena, onto the stage, you know, behind your drum kit, even if it was sound check or whatever, into an arena that even when you're going to see a football game, whatever, when you walk into arenas, there's a sort of an overwhelming feeling of the space, right? You know, you kind of get this, and to me, like walking out into an arena on a stage, you know, looking out at the empty seats and the field and whatever, you know, that's got to be such a crazy good feeling, but also can be an overwhelming feeling, I'm sure. And I don't know if you remember what it was like for you to do that for the first time, but I do want to ask you, what was it like for you, like in rehearsals, to just all of a sudden this thing starts moving and you're going up 40, 50, how high is it? 40, 50 feet?
I think it was 30 feet.
Yeah, it's up there. It's a long way up. So,
Yeah.
So how was it for you? Like, was it kind of like, I mean, obviously you don't have a fear of heights, but...
Well, what happened was we were, you know, planning this show for Wacken, and you know, what can we do? What would, you know, what can we use? We'll have fire, smoke, whatever. And somebody brought up the riser, because I think Saxon or one other band had used it. So I knew it was available, and then I had this idea. I said, okay, why don't we do the riser thing, and then during Raise Your Fist, what if we had like a giant fist on the riser that kind of rose up with the drums, you know? And she's like, yeah, that's really cool. So we had this brim made with a, you know, an arm with a metal, you know, a studded wristband thing and the whole. So it was okay, but we have to practice it. So we were in a like a hangar type thing, rehearsal place, and I had to go up on this thing, and like I've never done that.
Right.
And nobody bothered to like say, hey, you need to be strapped in. It was literally like, just go up, you know. And I was like, okay, whatever, you know, and I was like a little bit disoriented. And then I thought, all right, this is cool. And then I like did a fill around the toms, and I got to the floor tom, and I saw like down the back of the thing. And then that was it. I was just like, what am I doing, man? This is insane. Like, well, I could just fall over and be dead, you know?
Right. Like Eddie Vedder in Pearl Jam climbing around in the trussing 40 feet up in the air. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, it's a little different when you have control of what if you're holding on to something, you know, okay, if I let go, I'll fall. But if you have your hands and your feet moving and drums are kind of going like this, you have no feeling of like being steady at all.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So
that thing's rocking too a little, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was weird, but then, you know, all in the name of rock.
It makes for a hell of a drum riser, I'll tell you that.
Right. So yeah, and then we did it live, and it went off without any accidents, thank God.
Thank goodness. Do
And
you actually harness in at all or no?
no,
Not at all. Straight up, just going up,
no,
coming down.
yeah.
Right on. Awesome.
So yeah,
Harvey Kilner over on Facebook. Harvey Kilner says this video shoot was very cool for Raise Your Fist.
okay.
Um,
Oh, he thinks we're playing the studio
oh
version.
yeah,
We're
no,
gonna
I'm
play
I'm
the
going to play
live
the live
version.
version. Yeah, I'm going to play the live
Yeah.
version. The only reason I wanted to play the live version was just I think probably the drum riser. No, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, just because it's so impressive. Like the whole show. There's 2 stages I see going back and forth. It's just the whole thing
Yeah.
is just impressive. So that's why I
Yeah.
kind of chose to go with this one. You did send me the actual original, like
Yeah.
the official video, but yeah,
That was fun too. Yeah. If
right,
people want to check that out, it's on YouTube. It's the official Raise Your Fist video. And
right.
we were walking around the streets of Manhattan doing that.
It
And
was
that was
cool.
what
Yeah,
Harvey.
I did watch it,
Uh,
and I actually kind of decided I think I want to throw the live one out.
yeah.
Okay, so Brian Malone. I don't know if you know Brian.
Okay.
Brian Malone says, "Hey, fellow basher, fellow bashers, hello, hi, hello."
Yeah. What am I, chopped
What do I tell?
liver?
Yeah, right. Did I use that line before? See, Johnny, I'm just
Yeah.
outshined. That's all it is. I'm fine with it. It's I just the host, anyways. So he says, been following you since the early Britney Fox days. Unfortunately, I have never seen you live. You haven't been my way up here in Canada. Hello, I'm a Canadian. Hello, Canadian. I did see Doro on the Triumph and Agony tour, but
Cool.
you were not there at that point. Back in the early days, you used Pearl drums. Which series was it? I'm presently restoring a BLX from that era. Cheers, bud.
Wow.
Hope to one day finally see you live.
Yeah. We did play in Canada a couple tours ago. I think it was like maybe, oh man, probably like 6, 8 years ago. We did a couple. I don't know where he is exactly, but yeah, I hope to get back up there. We've been trying so much to get on that heavy Montreal festival and do a
Yeah.
couple, whatever would be possible up there, but it's just never worked out because we're usually on the festivals over here that are happening at the same time, so it's like. But
Yeah.
to get to the drum question, I was playing the MLX series back then. The Maple, they were really cool. They sounded great. And yeah, I had a couple of those kits. I went pretty much from Tama to Pearl, back to Tama again. And then I used on that, as you saw in that Hellbound video, I was playing Sonar. That's a Sonar highlight
Nice.
kit, and that was killer, sounded great.
Yeah.
And then back to DW, and been with them since the early 90s.
Awesome.
So
Very nice.
yeah.
Brian is checking in from Ottawa, Ontario. Well, it's a good hike from where I am, close to the Windsor, Detroit border over here. But yeah, I used to love playing in Ottawa. I used to play in Ottawa, and I used to play right across the border in Quebec, and in Hull, Quebec too. They had some great clubs up there in Quebec. Montreal as well, actually. Montreal has some great clubs too, but that's getting a little further from where he is in Ottawa. But thank you for being here, Brian. I appreciate it. All you guys that are here listening, paying attention to the show, please do me a favor, like my Facebook page, facebook.com/Darren Curtis Drums. And of course, my YouTube channel, some big long link that I don't know yet because I don't have enough subscribers to turn it into Darren Curtis Drums on YouTube yet. So go and subscribe there. And of course, twitch.tv/Darren Curtis Drums as well. And thank you all for tuning in. We're going to get to this Hellraiser video now because I'm excited to show this to you guys, and I'm excited to put Johnny 40 feet up in the air too because it's just awesome. All right, let me find it here. Roxanne's, that's in Hull. You got it, buddy. Roxanne's in Hull, Quebec. That's the place.
Wow.
Okay, here it is. Oh man, I can't wait to play the next video too. Oh, I'm just looking at this. Dudes, you guys don't go away. There's still a whole bunch of awesome stuff coming, so stay tuned. Oh, here, a quick question from Jessica in the chat, asking about a chance of a Britney reunion. I don't want to ignore that, but just to let you know that we did discuss all things Britney Fox in the first couple of hours of the show. So if you're just getting here, you missed a whole bunch of stuff, but it's all there for you to see at any time. So let me see. Hey, John, haven't seen you since the LeCompte days.
Yeah,
Steve
LeCompte
Thompson.
is Steve, what's up, buddy?
What is
I
LeCompte?
haven't seen you in a while. LeCompte is a band from Philly, which is a cover / original band, and Mike LeCompte is the vocalist, and he is a local legend in Northeast Philly and the whole surrounding area. He's been doing this forever. He's a great singer. He actually sang in the band Tangier. He made a record with them back in the late 80s, and he's a great guy. I've been in and out of that band a couple times, and yeah, one of the best vocalists, out there. Real cool.
I love it. Well, welcome, Steve. Thanks for the comments, and thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. It's great to have you here. Johnny Dee checking in from Germany, all the way from Germany, 6 hours later than it is where I'm at. It's a little after 7 here. It's a little after 1 in the morning there in Germany. I appreciate you for staying up late. I know, hey, there's a gong. If you need to hit the gong to wake up, just by all means.
Yeah, where is that then?
It's great. Yeah, look at this thing. Show this one more time. This is like so cool. Oh, your camera just moved. You just slid your camera a little bit. Yeah, look at that thing, man. Yeah, 25 years of Doro. I love it. I love it. And then, as we discussed, he's working on getting himself a big 65-inch one that he can hang behind the drum kit. 80-inch. Let's get an 80-inch. And we're going to have to work on something as well that will, you're going to need a little extra support on that drum riser for an 80-inch gong, by the way.
Oh, right. Yeah. Could use it as a parachute if I fall off.
Yeah, right. All right, you guys, check this song out. Check this video. Check out this crowd. Check out this production. And don't forget, check out this drum riser. It's literally in where is it? Right after the guitar solo, I think there's a vocal break, right? And you're just kind of keeping a time going or something, and then that thing just starts going up, and I love it.
Yeah, I think it's like the final chorus out.
Right.
And what you don't see is I actually went into a drum solo from that, stuck up there, however many 30 feet in the air or something, but that was interesting, trying to play a solo while you were wondering if you were going to die with flames going off next to you, and
did you stand up on your floor tom and your stool or any of that kind of fancy schmancy?
I may have stood up on the riser, but not on the seat.
Not going the next level. No, I don't blame you. 30 feet in the air. No, thanks. I'm good.
Yeah.
I want to go 30 feet in the air tomorrow, too. Thanks. All right, you guys. Well, check it out. Johnny's going to raise his drum kit while you guys raise your fist in the air. This is great. From Wacken in Germany, Open Air Festival.
While you're alive, I love you,
yeah, raise your fist in the air. Raise Johnny in the air. That's more like it. Raising Johnny way up in the air. Dude, that is a great tune. That is a really cool video. He's still watching it. He's not even caring about the show now. He's like, I want to watch myself go up 30 feet in the air. Oh, yeah, that's great, man. I love it. That must be really quite the feeling to do that. I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's a little extra adrenaline. Maybe when you don't really need it. I don't know.
Yeah,
overload.
Right. I was gonna say a little extra adrenaline when you're playing in front of 90,000 people. I mean, you need a little more.
Like blow the top of your head off kind of stuff.
Literally, right? Brian says that's killer. Sonia, I'm assuming, is still in Germany, huh? That must be fantastic. Let me see if I can. Fantastisch. Fantastisch.
Fantastisch, yes.
Fantastisch. Very nice. Awesome. Shane Drums says you need a tech. Shane, get in line.
Yeah.
You're behind me, buddy. Love it.
That's great.
That's
Shane. Great. That's his line, actually.
Nice.
He came up with that, I think.
Nice. I love it. Is that your tech?
No.
Oh.
But he always says that. I've said it to him a couple times.
That's all right. It's an inside joke. All right, never mind then. You're not in line behind me. Forget it. I love it. All right, let me see. What else am I asking? Yes, Barb says that must be amazing. Yes, for sure. I can't even, like, that must just be so great to be up there. Ricky Cook says, Johnny Dee, I bet that felt like Peter Criss.
That was the hope. To know what that felt like,
right?
Definitely.
Awesome. He wanted to be Peter Criss for a minute, Joey says. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Shane says, let's talk about gear. Shane wants to talk about
gear. What do you want to know?
What do you want to know, Shane?
Feisty cymbals, Vader drumsticks. It's all out there. DW drums, Evans heads.
I did notice that you had I'm assuming is it a Roland? Is it a Roland SPDS you have?
Oh yeah.
That's a great unit.
I put some effects on there and a couple backing tracks for one or two songs and some. There's a backing track for our guitar solo, which I trigger, intro tape, stuff like that.
Do you play to a click live?
No.
Impossible
with her. She's totally like, she's got this move where, if it's dragging, she's like, turns around to me and she's like,
there's no click there.
No, it's like, okay, kick it in the high gear.
Push it, right.
Yeah.
Shane's asking about your hardware. I'm assuming it's DW stuff.
Yeah.
All right. And then triggers, any triggers live?
Mm-mm.
When you got DW drums, you got kick-ass microphones running through thousands of watts of power. You don't need triggers.
It's all old school standard.
It's funny. Kevin will attest to this. We've been tracking. As you know, we've been tracking in the studio a lot lately. Him and I, and we have not used anything triggered on my drum kit. We've been just getting such a beautiful sound acoustically where it's at. He's got that thing dialed in. I've got it dialed in that's just been magical, and we just have not done any triggering at all. That, if there's any triggering at all, it might be maybe in something on a kick drum for a special effect or something here and there, maybe, but, and then, then live, the same thing. I use an SBDS pad, for, we talked about me being in an 80s tribute band. And in fact, let me send a shout out. Mark Chichkin, checking in over on Facebook. Hi, Darren. Hi, Johnny. That's actually our guitar player from from the 80s band, 80s Inc.
Hey, Mark.
Thanks for being here, brother. What the hell was I saying about that? So yeah, I use that SPDS pad for all sorts of different stuff in the 80s things, hand claps, and we do like burning down the house, all that kind of stuff, but with LC Binks, I still use it, but I have it set with an 808. So anytime I come down, like I use a 4-piece kit, I don't have a roadie or tech, so
Yeah.
But when I come down on a floor tom, it's like I got a double floor tom, but it's an 808 going, at the same time. It's pretty slick. Kevin likes it.
Do you use a trigger on that floor to trigger it, or you just hit the pad?
Just manually take the 808 setting and I sampled the 808 sound into the pad, and then I just physically make
Yeah,
contact. There's no real like samples or triggers or anything. It's all just kind of there. But yeah,
yeah.
but it's great. What a unit!
Yeah, I do use one of those Porter and Davies thrones, a powered sub throne, and man,
I
that
love
thing,
that. That yeah,
uh,
that's
that's a lifesaver, man, for
feel right.
really getting. It's a killer design thing, man. I mean, I've tried other thumpers before, and they all sucked, but this thing is so killer,
I
man.
have.
Especially with in ears, it's like a whole body
Oh
thing,
my
you
gosh.
feel every bass drum hit is
So,
like,
so why don't you kind of just for those that don't quite understand, why don't you sort of explain what that is exactly? These stool thumpers, we
yeah.
call them,
It's,
just so they know what we're talking about.
well, on bigger stages, when you lose, it's kind of hard to believe that you could actually be behind a drum kit and not hear yourself very well. But when you're on a big stage or you have loud guitars or any other things that could, take over that volume, you sometimes either need a giant wedge of speakers beside you to blast some kick drum out so you know what you're doing, or to match the level of what's around you. But they came up with these subwoofers basically that fit on your drum throne, and when you trigger, you just basically works with a microphone signal, but you're getting not only it's not really a loud sound, it's more of a feeling. So you're getting that thump in your butt, and one of them's called butt kicker, actually. So, but Porter and Davies really like took it to the next level. I mean, it's like super technology that works really well. There's no latency. I mean,
I
it's
love
very
that.
adjustable, and it gives you a good kick in the ass, really.
Or the
What
the butt kicker.
like some giant speakers you'd have to use to recreate that thing, but it's just really built inside the foam throne bait top,
So cool.
and helps a lot.
I can
Really makes you
I can
relax, you know?
right. Yeah, because it's oddly enough that you're right. Even though you're sitting behind a drum kit, you throw your in-ear monitors in. I mean, until you start mixing your ears with your drums in there, it's like putting earplugs in. It's gone. It's just gone
Right.
completely.
Yeah.
For sure. I've never had the experience of playing with any type of thumper like that myself personally. I do absolutely 1 billion% remember the first time ever being on a stage where I actually had like something that was more than just a 15 and a
A
horn.
wedge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had something that actually had some nuts to it, the guy put said, "Do you want your kick drum in the monitor?" And I'm like, "Can I?" He was like, "If you
Yeah.
want." I'm like, I probably looked like I was so green, but I was like, probably early 20s or something. I'm like, "Can I put my kick drum? I'm not going to destroy that,
Right.
And he's like, "Yeah, of course you
Yeah.
can." And as soon as he put it in and I hit my kick drum for the first time, it was like, oh, okay, I see what this is
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
And then you start
I know.
now with LC Binks, it's all everything is in ears. In fact, we don't even have guitar amps on stage. Like literally everything is all in the ears, and you lose some of the ambience of the room being in there. Of course, there's ways around that, but yeah, that drum kit really goes away until you start bringing it in there. And I can only
Right.
imagine what a thumper would do. That would just be like
Oh man,
so
it
different.
adds such a good feeling,
Yeah,
because even though you get, I did use ears without one of those thrones for quite a while, and it's still great because it's like clear. You can, you don't have to overplay as much as
right.
when you have like this, just sound flying everywhere. But
That's actually a great analogy for sure. It's true. You don't have to. You can hear everything better. You're sort of locked into your zone. It's a big difference. But yeah, then
yeah, yeah, but those things are great. They also have a budget model now, which is like for the clubbing drummer that work just as well. I think they're not cheap, but they're so helpful.
yeah, right. And just changing your environment on stage, it's so helpful. It's for as a player,
Yeah.
like with the difference. They also, I've seen the products too. I don't know if you've ever seen them or experienced them or know anyone that has, but they also make, I don't know what it's called, but we'll call it a thumper mat that, like a bass player would stand on. Or,
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you have any type of experience like with that type of thing.
I've seen them. I've never, had a need for them to use one, but yeah, they have them for gaming
Yeah,
chairs
right. For
and
gaming
stuff
chairs
like
and stuff too.
that.
Right, right.
Whoa,
Right.
whoa, man! Just blew that car up. She goes
And
flying
you feel it
in
in
the
your
living
seat.
room.
I
Yeah.
love it. Oh, my buddy Phil Stewart is checking in over on Facebook. He is the bass player in LC Binks. He said, "Rocking the Motown, nice shirt."
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, that's great. And Shane has a question about your top 5 drummers of today. Who would be your top 5 drummers
Okay.
of today? Okay, how about let's
Like,
let's not make that so difficult. Let's say your top 5 drummers. Period.
yeah, yeah. I couldn't list 5 of today. I don't even know half of the current guys out there,
Right,
but
right.
I would say all time, it's got to be Peter Criss, John Bonham, uh, Keith Moon, maybe Ian Pace,
Nice.
and hmm, Barry Brandt from Angel. You got to
Ooh,
throw one like off the cuff there,
great. I thought it was going to be
but
me for a
it goes
second, but
on. Goes on forever, man. Yeah. Besides DC
right. Well,
drums,
besides, I mean, that goes without saying. I'm everybody's favorite
Chop,
drummer.
Chop Liver himself.
Mr. Chopped Liver over here. That's right.
Yeah.
That's great. Good question. Thank you for the question, Shane. I appreciate it. In the meantime, I want to, since we're talking about drums and Shane is here and is interested in drums and all that stuff, I put together this little short, I mean, I didn't put it together. I put it together for the show. You had sent a link. I think you sent this link. If you didn't send this link, I went and found it. Let's just put it that way. Because I wanted to share this with everybody, and since we are talking about drums, and since Shane Drums is here from Ottawa, right? Was it Shane that was from Ottawa? I don't remember now.
No.
No, it wasn't Shane, was it? But anyway, since Shane is here, I know you love Kiss. He says, rank the Kiss drummers. Ooh, let's get to that in a minute. That's a good one. Ooh, that's a good one. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Peter Criss is probably at the top of that list.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Okay, so let's show this since we've got some drummers talk going on in here right now. You guys just saw the video of Johnny playing at. Shane is from Philly.
Yep.
There you go.
Brian was from Ottawa.
Oh, there you
Brian
go.
Malone.
I'm glad you're paying attention.
Yeah.
I
I
try.
lost my comments aren't refreshing.
Really? I wonder if it has anything to
Yeah.
do. I know there is a button on there that you can hide comments or you can reveal them. Maybe it's that. I will definitely, if you don't see them, I will definitely try to stay on top of anything and get any questions. So if you guys have any questions, fire away. In the meantime, I wanted to play this quick little short. It's maybe about, I don't know, 45 seconds long or something. It's not very long, but it's from did we say it was from Wacken Open Air? Do we know?
No, that one's from Grass Pop Festival in Belgium.
Grass Pop Festival in Belgium. So the reason I wanted to show this was because so Andrea is saying swipe left. See, my fans are so helpful. My fans, listen to me. My viewers, my fans. You guys aren't my
Yeah,
fans.
I have comments. They're just not
They're
refreshing.
just not
So
refreshing. I see. I noticed that I have
fail.
to keep scrolling down to the bottom all the time to keep staying caught up with
Yeah,
it. But that's all good.
damn Facebook.
All good.
Okay.
Okay, so the reason I chose this was because it's a video from Belgium, but the view of it, this is my all-time favorite view of a drummer is, of course, from behind the drum kit, looking out to the crowd. And what I wanted to say about this video is I love that these guys are going to get to see what it's like from your perspective, not 30, 40 feet in the air at this particular point, but the idea of what it is like from behind a drum kit. Not only do you, and this is the part that I really like about this video, is not only is the drummer sitting behind the drum kit to a sea of 90,000 fans, which is a sight, which is an amazing sight in itself. All right. Not only that, but I love that we get to sit behind the band as well. And we get to
Yeah.
see, not only do we get to see this sea of people, but we get to see the silhouette of our peers between that. You know, we have this extra wall of friends between us, you know, that they don't necessarily even get, the people in the band. And what I love
Right.
about this is the interaction between the, I don't know if it's the guitar player and the bass player. I'm not sure who it is, but the interaction, 90,000 people and in the crowd out there, everybody is screaming, yelling, all part of the show. You got these two clowns in front of you having a sword fight with their axes. Literally, it's the greatest. And then at the very end of it all, they both kind of like just, I don't know, throw their arms up in the air or something like that. And they just give each other this great big hug. And it's like, you know, if people don't know like that kind of, there's so much inner camaraderie in a band, and things like what I just said, most people don't think about. They don't think about what does it look like from behind a drum kit out to a sea of people, but then you throw the band in between. Watch the interaction between these guys. It is fantastic, and I had to show this because of all of those reasons. All right, so check this out, you guys. This is great, and listen to this crowd. What are they saying again? You told me.
All we are.
All we are. Yeah, check this out. I'm not going to hit hand claps. I'm not going to do nothing. We're just going to go straight to it. Check this out. From behind Johnny's drum kit. Look at this. Whoopsie. There we go. Oh, man, I love that. Sorry, I hit the wrong scene. Dude, that is so great. I love the interaction of those two guys in front of you. It just, and then the big hug at the end. It's just the awesomest. It's so cool. Awesome.
Yeah, those guys. They're so cute.
It's great. I love it. And then this great big hug at the end after they just got done beating each other up. Meanwhile, these 90,000 people are just screaming the words to your song. You know, it's like,
Right.
we're just going to have a fight over
No
here.
big deal.
I love
We're
it.
just gonna.
Right. So Kurt has to roll. He says, I got to roll, guys. Great show tonight. Thanks, Johnny and Darren. Hope to see you soon, Johnny. Looking forward to shooting a show again. Thank you, Kurt, for being here.
Keep up that astrophotography there, buddy. You should see the pictures he takes.
Really? Can you plug a website or something maybe that we can?
Can he drop his?
Drop something in the chat
did
for
he
us.
split yet? If you didn't leave, put your page in there.
Andrea says Baz and Luca are the best.
Yeah, they are.
That's great. I do. I think that's so great. It's a fun little interaction between those two, and that view is phenomenal. So it's just great.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
I miss that.
Yeah, I bet you do. I'm sure you do. There's no question. Where would all that stuff? Where's your drum kit right now? Where's all your gear? How does that go down?
We have a storage room in Germany here, and at the studio where we rehearse, which is closer to Dusseldorf, about 3 hours from where I live.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
So Kurt put up a website there, facebook.com/KHARVILAK. I'm so bad at that. Carvilac. There it is. Facebook.com/Carvilac. Cool. Yeah, check out those pictures for sure. Thank you for being here, Kurt. Appreciate it. Have a great night. Okay, so let's I want to get to this next video. This is going to be the last video that we're going to show. So we, believe it or not, we're coming to the end here of all this awesomeness. I'm so darn excited to show this one too. It's another great one.
Wow.
It's another great one. Just browse the photos over there, he says. Will do. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, I wanted to play this video. It's absolutely awesome. This to me is like okay, yeah, I'm playing at Wacken, there's 90,000 people. Okay, that's a bucket list. But then you get to this thing here, what I'm about to show. And I mean, maybe I'm a little partial, but these two dudes, like these guys that join you guys in this song, man, like this is like ultra bucket list right here.
Indeed.
Yeah, tell me, how did this happen? How did it come to be that you guys got this sort of came to be?
Well, Doro's a big Sweet fan, as most of us are, growing up at that time, and they were one of the original heavy, glammy kind of, anthemic band. They had like the perfect anthems and just like really great musicianship and stuff. So I think they asked Doro to be a special guest at one of their gigs, anniversary or so, and so she asked them, can you guys return the favor at our Wacken gig? And they were like, of course. So we got to play Ballroom Blitz with Andy Scott from the Sweet, and that was pretty awesome.
Pretty amazing, right? And they sound great. Like the whole thing is just great. That's a fun little beat too. That it's a back to the right hand, back to the left hand. Got to move around.
Yeah,
on that.
Mick Tucker, man, one of the unsung heroes of drums. That guy was so killer,
for sure,
and never gets talked about really that much, except for
right,
fans and drummers that actually do like him. But yeah, he's up there with some of the greats,
for sure. Especially when you think about what you had to have to create parts for that stuff, like that music. That music was, even like it's I'll use Zeppelin as a comparison, right? Some of those riffs, that Page was rating was so like kind of out there that it required these really kind of out there beats to sort of bring it all together, and it was magical, obviously, but same with Sweet, man, magical for sure. Matt Warden over on Facebook says that he saw you on the Monsters of Rock cruise last year, Johnny.
Yeah, cool.
Can't wait to see you live again, he said. So that's great. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Same here. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, Patty Theodora Brown, D Theodora Brown. Hey, wait
That's my last name.
Right, and actually, Kevin told me to ask you what your last name was. It's D Theodora. No, Doro. Hold on, D Teodoro. That's it. Isn't that wild? Yeah. And now you play in a band called Doro.
Exactly. I didn't tell that story. That her Swiss manager at the time, right after I played with them, sort of my first time, says, "What is your last name?" And I showed him my driver's license, and he goes, "Well, I guess we have to give you the job since you have Doro in your last name," or something like that. And I was like, "Well, I'll take it however I can get it."
Right. That's great.
What's Patty doing there? She's
Patty Brown. She says, "Hi, Johnny. I'm enjoying this so much. Miss you." Who's Patty, Johnny?
Aww, that's my sweet sister.
Is she over in Philly?
Yeah.
Hi, Patty. Welcome to the show. I'm glad that you could be here. I love that family of Johnny has made an appearance tonight. That is awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, she's the best, Patty.
How sweet. Welcome to the show. All right. So,
yeah, thanks for coming, Patty.
Yeah, it's great. It's been fun. We've actually, this has been awesome, Johnny. We got rolling at about 5 o'clock my time, which was 11 o'clock your time. We've been going more than 2.5 hours tonight. And I told you, watch how fast the time goes. It really does. It's been super fun. I want to play this song with Doro and Sweet at Wacken. This is absolutely awesome. I love both of the bands. I love Sweet for a long time, and now I love Doro, brand spanking new. So they got a new fan.
Cool.
And I'm excited to play this song. So I don't think my friend Tim Thompson is watching. But if he is, I want to send this song out to him because I know that he is a huge, probably the biggest Sweet fan that I've ever known would be him, I think. And he was actually the lead singer in Aces Wild in my band there.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so I want to send this song out to him. I actually tagged him in Facebook when I posted this earlier today, hoping that he would get here to be able to see it. But anyway, Here it is. This is Ballroom Blitz with like one of the original members of Sweet.
Yeah.
And
Guitar,
yeah,
Andy Scott.
yeah, and he's actually the guy with that voice. And the man in the back says, "Everyone attack!" He's like that dude. Like it's his voice. When you hear it, man, it's like,
oh yeah,
right? It's so good. All right, let's get to this. Listen to this, dudes. This is so good. This is Ballroom Blitz at Wacken Doro with special guest Sweet. Check it out.
What an honor to be here again to play. And, you know, tonight we have a special show. And I thought we invite some really special guests. And now I have the great honor to introduce you guys. Andy Scott and Pete Lincoln of Sweet. Here's Ballroom Blitz.
It's the Ballroom Blitz. Come on. It's the Ballroom Blitz.
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 It's
Woo!
Ballroom Blitz.
I said it's the ballroom blitz.
He's been good and it's gonna swing, everybody!
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much! Wow! Thank you so much.
Wow, Johnny. Wow. I had to hit my air horn for that one. That's so good. So cool. And what a special treat for you as a human being to experience that with other people, man. That's really awesome, dude.
That was fun.
I bet. I'm happy for you. I'm proud for you to have that moment under your belt.
Thanks, brother.
Very good.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Awesome. So yeah, it is great. And Andrea says this is great. Chuck Dalba says fucking killer.
Right on.
He's right. He's absolutely right. I'm glad he said it. Andrea also said she loved the shows on the mega cruises. Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Stephanie in New York. She's got all kinds of cool stuff going in there. Thank you, Stephanie. Shane Drums.
Thank you. I can't see you guys right now.
A lot of this might be Twitch too that you might not be seeing, Johnny. If you look on the stream, I actually have the chat up in the stream from all the platforms rolling through. It might be a little bit harder for you to see that because you're not really watching the stream. But Shane Drums, great job, guys. Stay safe and healthy. You as well, Shane. Thank you for being here. Please remember you guys to join me every Sunday here. So, wow, that was amazing. You're right, Stephanie. That was amazing. Absolutely, Johnny. And you were saying that like you only had a short amount of time to kind of get that stuff together and learn these songs. And any rehearsal times or any of that with these guys? Nothing, right?
Yeah, we had a short rehearsal, I think the day before we played, in a room there on the festival site. And yeah, just to kind of get acquainted with their version of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was, it's a little overwhelming when you've got like your whole show to think about, and then you throw in like, oh, he's going to come play the song. You know, what? Like,
Right.
So it's like you've got so much in your mind going already.
Right.
But then,
Like-
you know,
like-
adding things.
Like don't fall off the drum riser.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, it was
Or
so
the-
good.
Or the pyro blowing your, you know, burning your back of your head off or something like.
Whoopsie. Sorry. The guy
Yeah,
over in the
yeah.
corner with the button. Sorry about that. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
My bad. Like an airplane when the dude unplugs the runway lights.
Yeah. Oops.
Shit's going to hit the fan.
So,
Well, man, that was really awesome, and what a great honor for you to have been able to share the stage with those guys. You know, they've been around a long time. They've done a lot of really amazing stuff, so it's great for you to be a part of that. Let me see.
Yeah.
Brian Randall, my buddy Brian Randall Knickerbocker over there. He says, "Killer guys, much love to you both." Brian is the other drummer in that video that you saw earlier with the dueling, the
cool.
cross border shopping.
That was good, man. Enjoyed
that was
that. Good
fun.
job, you guys.
Thanks for being here, Brian. Appreciate it. Matt Warden says that was super cool. Going to miss you guys at M3 this year.
Yeah, us too.
What
We
is
should have been there.
what was M3?
M3 Festival's an 80s rock fest in Maryland
Nice.
once a year. And yeah, we were booked on it last year. Obviously didn't happen, so they moved it to this year. And now, because things still aren't opened up enough for us to get to America, we can't go, but they're still going to have it. So we'll be missing that as well.
Right. Yeah, that's unfortunate, huh? Yeah, I know.
It sucks.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for the comment, Matt. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys for checking in. My buddy Darren Morrison checking in from London. Hi, Darren. Thanks for being here. Andrea says, "Don't remind me." Right? Yes. Barb doing her public duty. She says, "Tell Brian his DC drum masks are in the mail." I have these beautiful. I don't have one. What kind of marketing am I doing here? Right? I have these
promo.
Right. I have these handmade. They're handmade in London, Ontario, Canada. These cute little DC drum, cloth masks. They're nice. They're really nice. Like, they're quality. These are great. The lady does a
Yeah.
great job. She puts a really nice vinyl logo on them. So yeah, they're super cute. Brian ordered one. I told him it was delayed. Long story. It's coming from Canada, so there's a whole shipping and blah blah blah. But anyway, it's in the
Oh,
mail,
God.
Brian. And if anybody else wants a mask, by all means, send me a message. I'd be happy to send them out. It's not for profit. It's not like I'm making money on them. I just like to see people
Yeah.
wearing me on their face.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But yeah, shoot me an email. Darren Curtis Drums at gmail.com. Darren Curtis Drums. DARIN. I spell it kind of weird, so blame my folks. Mom's probably not listening, so it's all her fault. Okay. Hold on a second. Had to hop back on and mention the great work that Johnny did with Kick, the In Excess experience.
Who did that?
That is Kurt.
Kurt. Okay. Thanks, Kurt.
That's great. Kind of ironic.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, we were just talking
Playing
about
that.
that. In fact, let's touch base on a couple of these things real quick. I know we're gonna wrap this up here, Johnny, but two things that I want to touch base on real quick before I let you go, if you don't mind. My pleasure, Brian. Cheers, brother. One of the things I want to talk about was what was it? Let me see. First of all, we'll get to the kick thing, Kurt. Hold on, we'll get to that. But before that, I want to get to the Headbangers Ball. Yeah, why don't you tell me a little bit about that? I don't have any video to show or anything, but you kind of tell me about that experience and what that was about.
Yeah. Headbangers Ball was an 80s tribute thing that I had going. It was started by my friend Jane Train, a singer from Pennsylvania, and fantastic female vocalist. She spent a lot of time in a band called M80 from up that way, like Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah,
Big on the cover scene, and but just a killer singer, killer songwriter, and she wanted to do an 80s tribute and got me involved, and my buddy Virus from Dope, and let's see, Nick Douglas from Doro on bass, and in the beginning we had Joe Taylor from Doro on guitar, and then we used Mike Orlando from Adrenaline Mob, and we had Chris Caffrey play with us a couple times, and so it was kind of a revolving sort of local all-star 80s tribute, you know?
yeah.
And it was really great. We were doing all kinds of cool stuff, Motley Crue and Dokken and all this, you know, really cool, fun stuff. And we had just been building it up. We actually one year went to Guantanamo to entertain the troops
Wow.
for New Year's Eve, and she got us some cool gigs like that. And yeah,
Awesome.
a lot of promise for that band. Unfortunately, Jane was on tour with Adrenaline Mob. I don't know if you remember when they had an RV accident.
I
They were
do.
on tour.
I do remember the
And
story. Yes, very sad.
Also, Dave Z, I believe, lost his life in that accident, but Jane sustained some serious like burns and did not make it out of the hospital for that. And yeah, we lost her, and that was just a super tragic event and very sad. It was really cool to play with her, and a true talent lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I did watch some of the video that you had sent, and I don't have it queued up to play in the show, but so you guys can probably go find some video if you want to go look it up. But yeah, it was really good, man. Like, it was really great. Nice harmonies with everybody. Everything was just really, really cool stuff. Great choices of music.
Yeah.
You know, it was, yeah, I could see how that
Yeah.
would have been a great project to be involved in. It's very sad, and definitely rest in peace for sure to both of the people that
Yeah.
tragically lost their
Yeah.
lives through that accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Okay. So yeah, Joey Campo says that's a day I won't ever forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Very sad. Okay, and then let's move to a sort of I guess we'll say a higher note. I guess not a higher note, but a less unfortunate circumstance surrounding this now, and that would be you were involved in a In Excess tribute. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell me about that?
Kick the In Excess experience band that I joined. Wow, like 7 years ago. A friend of mine, vocalist Corey Massey, who I was in some bands with back in South Jersey scene. He moved down to South Carolina and he put together this In Excess tribute and asked me to join at one point. They came up to Philly without a gig. I mean, without a drummer to do a gig in Philly, and I ended up jumping in and not leaving after that. So I spent about 5 years in that band, and that was super fun playing.
That seems to be a theme with you, huh? It's like, let's throw Johnny against the wall and see if he sticks, and he sticks every time.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, then you can't get rid of me after a while. But,
that is a good problem to have, I would think.
Yeah, that was super fun gig. Great tunes. In Excess, another kind of band that really didn't get all the, all the recognition they should have,
Great
but have
songwriters.
some fantastic music. And again, another tragedy.
Yeah, right.
Unfortunately, with the Hutchins loss of Michael Hutchins and stuff.
Absolutely.
But those guys are keeping the music alive and doing a good job at it,
Right.
So wishing them luck
for sure. Yeah, Mark Canali actually mentions in there, kick live from Daryl's house.
Right. Yeah, Marco.
Right on. Yeah, you guys did a gig at live from Daryl's house, huh?
Yeah, a couple times actually. I think they're going to be up there again pretty soon. So
wonderful.
Yeah, that was a cool gig. Really pro venue.
Right on. Yeah, that's great. Well, that's cool. Hey, thank you guys all for all your awesome comments and your and questions and all that great stuff. It really, I want you to know that it really means a lot to have you guys be part of the show live as it's happening. It means more to me to know that you guys are here while we're live than to hear that you're going back and watching the shows later. Although I love knowing that these things are now forever entombed in time and we can all go back and see them at any time. I really love when you guys are here in the crowd and the audience in the chat, part of the show. You become part of this show as opposed to just watching and being voyeurs. You become part of the show, and that's fantastic. So, Johnny, let's wrap it up with, if you don't mind, let's wrap up with all of your social links, all of the stuff. I've had them in the show, but I want to make sure that one more time we cover wherever we can get all things Johnny Dee, including your jewelry, your music, maybe a cool Motown shirt. How do I get one of those?
Yeah, go to the studio, man. Did the studio tour and had to get a shirt.
Yeah,
man, while I was there.
It's funny. I have not been in that studio. I have not gone through it yet. I live in Detroit, and I have not gone through Hitsville, USA, for crying out loud.
That's always the case, though. you know, closer to home, you never do any of that stuff. There's so much stuff in Philly that I haven't done.
Right.
Do it. I guess they won't be open at this time, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's open. Yeah, right. Yeah. So let me see. We will catch up on these. Brian Malone says, Johnny, Darren, thanks for doing this. Cheers, brother. Stay safe. Thank you, Brian, for being here.
Brian.
It is really this. I do this show because of stuff like that, where you get. I love to be able to bring music to people and then you get these connections. Like Sis was on the show tonight, for crying out loud. Johnny, your sister.
Yeah, I know, and your mom.
I love it, Mom. I love it. Yeah, it's great. Christopher Covert says, hi, Johnny. Chris from North Carolina watching.
All right.
Thank you.
Chris,
thank you for being here, Christopher. Your sister, who I speak of the devil, or I'm sure she's an angel, actually. Speak of the angel. She says, great interview. Thanks, Darren and Johnny. Thank you, Patty. My pleasure.
Oh.
Chuck says, much love, Johnny Dee. Chuck Dalba.
All right, Chuck.
Get the Here's Johnny shirt.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. That was cool. Thank you, Joey. Thank you all for tuning in, for being here. Johnny, let's just wrap things up with your socials, if you don't mind. You can kind of tell me all the spots to find all the things.
Yeah, everything. Obviously, anybody who's on Facebook knows me from there. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. If you want to subscribe or like my channel, I'll probably get
I have.
Need some viewers on there. I want to kind of get that going too. I've neglected that, but I guess the easiest would be, because I now have a website, johnnydee.com. Everything's there. You can get to my shop for the jewelry stuff. And see like tour dates. You can see, you know, what I've done, where I've been, where I'm going, all that crap. And all my social links are on there as well. So yeah, just visit the website. Let me know what you think. Drop me a line, any of those places. And yeah, if you like it or if you have any questions, I'm always pretty available for that. So
I can say this: you are definitely a very approachable, very personable person. You have made this process for me especially interesting and especially fun. So kudos to you for being a great guest, and kudos to you for being a great human.
Yeah, kudos to you for the same, man, and doing a good job with the show. It's not easy, man. There's a lot of time involved. Thanks for going through all the stuff that I sent
My
you.
pleasure,
You know,
dude.
most people like don't have time for it, you know.
Ah.
So I appreciate that. It's a cool hang to be live too. I like that format.
That's my thing. Yeah, I like the idea of it being live and being able to try to interact. Barb says he works hard. Yeah, I do work hard, Barb. You know, she's Barb's across the water. I'm gonna put together a thing of all the silly little things and I'll make a funny little short video of and she'll kill me for it, but it's pretty funny stuff. I've got this one scene, dude. I don't even know what I was doing. She's in the other window. She's beside me. I'm sitting in front of my TV, like you saw in my intro, right? That's me in front of my TV with a fan blowing my hair, and it looks like I'm in a boat. Well, I'm sitting in front of my TV, and we were testing some stuff. All of a sudden, the TV behind me is like full screen, and this big giant bird came out of nowhere. It was like a video I was watching, and the bird just started pecking at food behind me on the ground, and it was like perfect right behind me, like he's eating my brain or something. Like of course, she's cracking up on the other side, and of course, I'm recording the whole darn thing. So I'm gonna make a Barb blooper video.
That's awesome. I had no idea that you weren't on a boat in the intro thing. I didn't catch the ending where it's like, and I was just like, wow, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
Dude's living large on the lake, man, like just cruising around.
Crossing the Atlantic Ocean on his little boat. Yeah, it was fun. I basically kind of I retracked that whole intro, that whole Beatles song. I can't remember what it's called. It's got like a really odd name. I don't remember what it is, but whatever the name is, it's the Hands Across the Water song, right? Well, I retracked all the instruments. I tried to stay as true to the performances as I could. And then even when Phil from LC Binks, when he kind of was mixing and engineering it, he was trying to stay true to like the panning and trying to stay true to as much of the things that we could to make it as original as possible. But I sang Bands Across the Water. And then even the little trumpet part, I'm literally just, you know.
Yeah.
But it was so fun. And
Uncle Albert.
That's it. Yes, that's it. Uncle Albert.
So sorry, Uncle
Albert. Right, Uncle Albert. Mom is still here. Look at that. My mom is still here. She says, "Thank you, Johnny."
All right, Mom.
Christopher Covert. It's 2 a.m., Johnny. Go to bed. LOL, he says. Yes, I'm going to let you go. Absolutely. So yeah, that was fun. I just sat in front of my TV. I had a fan. I pretended like I was on a boat, and then at the end of the video, I just kind of moved the camera, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not on a boat. Awesome. All right, Johnny. Well, thank you so much, man. It was really my pleasure to have you on the show, and I hope everyone enjoyed our time together. And thank you so much for doing this. Wish you best of luck in all of your future endeavors, and I really hope. I know that you guys actually came to the U.S., and I know that LC Binks was actually played with you guys, right? But I wasn't in the band at that time.
Right.
So
well,
you're gonna have to come back.
We'll get back there, you know, as soon as we can, we'll be there, and it'll be cool to meet you in person and actually maybe, do something together. You know?
That would be absolutely awesome. And in fact, I would even like to extend the invitation to go your way and come to Germany sometime, because I have never been off this darn continent, believe it or not. So
yeah, you got to get the band over here somehow.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice, huh? Well, thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it. I'm just going to wrap up with you guys, so stick around for a second. I got a couple more things I want to tell everybody. But in the meantime, Johnny Dee from DORO BRITNY FOX, buddy, thank you for being here. Go have a good sleep tonight. It's 2 a.m. in Germany right now. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Johnny.
See you, buddy.
Awesome. You too, man. Take care. Johnny Dee, right there, folks. Look at that, huh? What a show. What a show. What a show. Great to have him on board the ship today, the boat today. Hope you guys had fun. I had a great time with Johnny. Some awesome stuff. Great video. Let's not forget, I want to remind you quickly who is on the show next week. We got another stellar show in store. Look at this one. Check it out. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Next week. I'm excited. Yes, Michael Bland. Michael Bland, the drummer for Prince at one point and also now the drummer for Soul Asylum. I think he's been with Soul Asylum for a good almost 15 years now. So it's going to be another great show next week. So be sure to be here. We're going back to the same regular time of 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time next week. I want to thank you all for being here. It's been great to have you aboard. I want to welcome everyone from Germany that tuned in tonight. Thank you for staying up so late. Please be sure to like my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, subscribe over there, and follow me on Twitch. And, of course, I'm always accepting donations for the gas in my tank. You can donate at PayPal, paypal.me/Darren Curtis. If you're in Canada, you can use Interac e-transfer, Darren_Curtis at hotmail.com is the way to get there. I throw those donations go right back into the tank, and that's how I got across the Atlantic Ocean for the show tonight. So, yes, please follow me on all the socials. Please join me next week. Bands Across the Water. I have a lot of fun here. I have some awesome guests. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, James. Thank you, Barb. Thank you, Mom, Andrea, all you guys for being here. It's so awesome. Don, thank you. I love that you guys are having fun with me in this show. It's been quite the experience from the beginning, and it's been a lot of fun, and it's been especially fun to have you all with me. So love you guys. I hope you have a great week. I look forward to seeing you all next week. We got some beautiful weather finally rolling in. It feels good. Good night, Mom. Thank you. Love you. I hope I can see you soon. Remember, this is my birthday month on the show. May 23rd is my birthday. I have Aces Wild I'm looking forward to on my show on that night. That's my old band from way back when. I'm excited to have those guys on the show. It's going to be a fun one. Next week, we got Michael Bland from Prince and Soul Asylum. The week after that, I have Uncle Kracker, Detroit rock star Uncle Kracker, on the show with me. All right, stay tuned. And then on the week after that, the final week of is Aces Wild, and the final week after that is Mike Leslie from Candlebox, the guitar player from Candlebox. So we got a great month, birthday month in store for Bands Across the Water. I'm excited for all of this. Love you guys. Good night. I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next Sunday.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh yeah!